no. Oh, good. Pretend that we just started this. Oh, hello there. We were just reading our new newsletter. It was very fancy. Hi, welcome. Welcome to Twitch. Welcome to the Addison Public Library's Twitch. My name is Courtney. If this is your first time watching any of our videos, I'm one of the teen librarians at the Addison Public Library. If this is not the first time you've been watching our videos, you know who I am.
Welcome back.
Yeah, hi, welcome back.
Yeah.
You are.
And I'm Matt. I'm the business librarian here at the Addison Public Library.
You probably saw him around too.
I've been on a few of these too.
Once or twice.
Becoming an expert, I would say.
Yeah. We are learning together.
We are learning together. Yeah.
And it's been a lot of fun. So we have a brand new newsletter. This has a whole lot of information about our library and things that are going on specifically in November and December. So what we kind of like to do is whenever a new one of these comes out, we like to go over it and kind of highlight all the good stuff and get some new faces in. Claire will be joining us later. It's always fun when we get Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Claire is one of our children's librarians, so she is going to talk about all the cool things coming up in the children's department for November, December. But I think the biggest thing, and I feel like we've been talking about this for years now, but it's finally coming. And that is our building project.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
Yeah.
I will say that I'm pretty confident in saying that this is going to be all the events in here. This is the end of normalcy for a little bit.
Yes.
Next year, starting in January, we are kicking it off. There will be a lot of construction in the building, all over the place, in varying different ways. And things are just going to be a little bit unusual inside the Addison Public Library, which is a part of why we built up the Twitch page. Is if you are feeling uncomfortable with being around, inconsistencies and around like a lot of construction and stuff, well, we do hope that you still use the library and come in and use the library. But if at any point in reason you want to, still engage while not being in physically, here's this.
Yeah,
so,
you got this avenue. And I will say we have been, we have a great construction planning team currently, and these people specialize in libraries is what we were told. And they even informed us they are going to do all the jackhammering and all the loud noise part of it when we're closed.
Yeah.
So before the library opens, and then at 9 a.m. they are going to stop it.
Yeah.
So that's what we were told. So I'm going to keep with that because I've been through a few library constructions, and I do know, some of them, yes, when you open, they stop, but then sometimes it's just we got to do it, we have to do it, which may happen. I'm not going to say never say never in a building project, I would say. But for the most part, they're going to be really good about keeping the noise volume to a minimum when the library is actually operating. And to that point, we are not planning on closing at any point during this remodel too. So there might be a time where we might open later or close earlier just because of the construction, or if they have to shut off the water or something like that. But for the most part, it's going to be quote unquote business as usual, just with everything else going around on it. But so we got a cool spread in our newsletter. With some renderings, but the big thing that we wanted to highlight is we're having an open house to talk about our building project.
Yeah, so our open house is going to be Sunday, November 10th, so not too far away, and it's from 2 to 4 o'clock. So if you are curious about all of the changes that are going to be coming up to the Addison Public Library, and you just want to either know about things, see renderings, get a kind of a virtual tour sort of a thing, or if you just I have 5 million questions and I want to be listened to, guess where you can go?
Come to the open house.
To the open house.
Come to the open house.
So please do come. We'll have snacks. There will be some little giveaway things too.
Yeah.
Now, let's say that you are not able to come to the open house. Totally fine. And you still want to learn a lot about what's going on in the library with the renovation. There's a couple ways you can do it. We do have a webpage. So it's the addisonlibrary.org/webinars. renovation. So you can find out all the current information up there. But also, community engagement is offering to try and arrange sort of like an off-site information session opportunity. So if you're like, a bunch of people I know weren't able to go, it'd be great if we, hung out at the Starbucks and, wouldn't that be nice?
Possibly, yeah, maybe.
As an option, but we're not promising anything, but definitely reach out and see what we can do to kind of collaborate on that and make something work for the best of all of us.
Yeah.
We know that this is a big change. And it is a big change that is coming to our community, and our library is to serve the community. So, you should know what's going on.
Yeah. And as always, if you, to add on, if you can't make it to the open house, if you can't make it to any of the info sessions that we are planning on having, either formally or informally, ask us anyway. We're here all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Feel free. And
we've been talking about this for so long.
Yes, and we love answering questions.
Yeah.
Especially about a project that we're all very passionate about right now. And we love to see the renderings that we have been seeing so far and that have been shared at board meetings.
Oh,
And we just love talking about it. So ask away.
We've all kind of been involved in the design process on different things, and I know our teen space, we have been meticulous. Just really appreciative of the design team and everything for being so very patient with us. But we're really excited to share this space, and we think that there's going to be some amazing things coming on, and for something for everybody too. And there's some features that I have been advocating for since I got here almost 10 years ago. So
they're coming.
So excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good. So we have that coming on. And once again, if you go into our newsletter on page 4 and 5, we have information about our strategic plan, all about things that are what are we actually about as an institution? And then the information about the renovation and just more stuff to come in all of those wonderful things. And also, we have a new website coming.
Yeah, November, December is the start of a lot of new things that are happening.
Oh, yeah, new year, new library. So November 7th is when our new website kicks off. And it doesn't look drastically different from so it's not going to be a massive shift. However, we really focused on streamlining, making it easier for you to find the information that you're looking for. So the different resources that are available, finding the books that you're trying to find, and what other services we have that we offer. And I'm really excited. We're going to have a translate button that you can click on that, and it will translate it to 243 different languages.
Not 242, 243. Yeah.
So, options are there. I'm not gonna lie, I have not looked to see what options are there. I'm kind of hoping pirate is one of them, but that's a me thing.
I think that might be a little hard sell, but
is it though?
You just if it were a thing, you just see arg in front of every sentence.
It'd be ye library hold. Cometh renewed. So it'd just be fun. But, that's great for everybody's accessibility. And hey, if you're trying to learn a new language, what better way than immersion? So
yeah, exactly.
It's all good. So those are some really cool things that are coming up. And now into programs.
All the fun stuff. More fun stuff.
The fun stuff. So we've got this really cool opportunity where we have coordinated with a bunch of libraries in Illinois, and together we are able to bring together big names and authors and have events. So it's done through Zoom, but the library is also doing viewing parties as well. So you can go in through Zoom if that's what you are most comfortable with, but if you want to hang out with other librarians and other library folk and have some snacks and still be able to interact with these people, you can do that. So for instance, we have on On November 20th, we have Holiday Tips and Tricks with Chef Art Smith. So Chef Art Smith was Oprah's personal chef for quite a long while. And from that, he gained a lot of fame and even opened up a place called Table 52, which is in Chicago, that does like Southern home cooking, and it looks so good. So he's going to be talking along with, who is it? Monica Eng, who's an award-winning Chicago journalist and co-host of the food podcast Chewing, and which is done with Lisa Chu. So that'll be a really cool one, sort of like lots of talks about food, I can imagine.
And if you were a fan of the Food Network in like the early 2000s, 2010s, you know who Art Smith is. He was on like everything. He was judging every competition and all that stuff. I was, clearly, you could tell I was a huge Food Network fan growing up.
Clearly.
So I knew Art Smith and saw it, and I'm very excited for this upcoming workshop.
So the one that I'm excited about is on December 10th, and that is The Magic of Raina Telgemeier, who she's an amazing graphic novel writer. And so she's written Smile was the first one that really popped her off. And then there's Drama and Ghosts and Sisters and Guts and like all of these. They're so very good. And now she does the
Babysitter's Club.
Yeah, the Babysitter's Club graphic novel series. So like it's going to be good. I think that was going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And
that one's going to be good, like a family event. Like kids are going to get a lot out of it, teenagers, and
yeah, I think that one's great for
people
everybody.
of all ages. Yeah.
And then the one that I find really cool is you can experience the Little Women, the musical, at home.
Yeah.
So we have the 2022 stage production recording of the Park Theatre in London of the musical Little Women. And when you sign up, we don't have a viewing party for this one, but when you sign up, you'll get a link to the viewing. And what's special about this is it's not just at one time. You can watch this anytime between Friday, December 20th, starting at 2 p.m., all the way through the end of Sunday, the 22nd.
So a whole weekend.
You got
and you can watch it as many times as you want.
You can just cycle that thing.
Yep.
Like again and again and again. and then just show how much of a fan you are of Little Women. But I think that'd be really cool. I've always thought like the stage productions are always really interesting, but like I can't get away, or like I don't live in London, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I want to know more. Okay, so on to other big events. November is also known as International Game Month. So it is a time where we can play. I have a tickle and I don't know where it came from. It wasn't here until just now, but it's here to stay apparently. So apologies for me coughing a lot because I'm trying to clear it, but it's just not going away. I don't know what's going on. I have a tickle.
It's okay. Well, I can talk because I know you're the expert on International Games Day.
I'm good.
Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay, then never mind, because I was going to pivot to something else. I was going to talk about that.
Totally fine.
We'll do that after.
I'm just saying, I'm probably going to be coughing several times. I apologize. Okay, so International Games Month, but we are having International Games Day, and that's going to be November 25th. Try. However, Sunday, November 24th, from 1:30 to 4 o'clock, we are kicking things off with a puzzle competition. So if you've seen videos of this, it's like a jigsaw puzzle competition. You can do teams of 2 to 4, and you work together to complete a 300-piece puzzle the fastest. So it's like competitive puzzling, which is hilarious and so exciting, and I think this is my sport.
Yeah, and like people do, like they will like dress up in a team costume, and they will like people will go all out for puzzle competitions at libraries. It's fun to see.
Matt, are you working that day?
I am not working that day.
Do you want to go and compete?
I'm not very good at puzzling though, so I don't know if you want me on your team. I might drag you down.
Maybe we could get Rachel,
Yeah.
and then like the three of us, and you could be the cheer. That'd be so good. But so it's going to be super fun. It's the first time we've ever done this. So please come because we really hope that it's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
And there will be prize opportunities, but it's not just for the competitive side. If you're a casual puzzler, there'll also be opportunities for you too. So it's just a day for puzzles.
Yeah.
So that is Sunday. And then flipping over to Monday. Monday is going to be a big day. Monday the 25th is starting at 10 a.m. where we have the DuPage Children's Museum pop-up. We do this like every year this year, or at this time of year. It is going to be in the children's department. There's going to be a lot going on. It is going to be busy. So you go, you do that, you have a lot of fun, you go get lunch, and then you come back. Because that's when International Games Day is properly kicking off at 1 o'clock, and then it goes all the way to 8 o'clock. So we're going to have games all over the building. There's going to be board games. There's going to be video games. I usually set up a arcade somewhere. I bring a whole bunch of classic consoles and some old games. They're usually mine. And we just have a lot of fun. 6 o'clock, we're going to do one-shots, which is, if you're not a fan of Dungeons & Dragons, or if you are, guess what? I don't play Dungeons & Dragons, but I play a lot of other games. So we're going to do a one-shot game, probably like Honey Heist or some other sort of like role-play system that's super, super easy, really kind of fun, and really easy to just jump into and start playing right away. So if you have never played like a tabletop RPG before and you want to give it a try, or like you just kind of want to play something different and new, just come. It's good. It's a good time.
It's just a fun time too.
It's
and
a great
even
time.
like if you try something out and you're like, nah, this is not my thing, there's something else going on that will be your thing. I know like last year I hosted a bingo session for like an hour and a half. So I was calling bingo and we were all having a great time. I was having other people call bingo. It was just good time.
Yeah, we've not narrowed down exactly everything that is going to be going on. So bingo might honestly make another appearance. But it's always fun. And honestly, I have people asking me about when the next one is all year round. So don't miss out, like come and play. And like if you yourself have kids, or you're like around our age or something, or even a little bit, whatever, like there's going to be games that you might have grown up with that you can now teach to younger folk, or just be like, no, leave me alone, I want to play Frogger. Hey Angie, welcome to your meeting lurking time. Okay, so that one's really fun. That one's November 25th. Come and play a lot of games. We also have tons of board games, so that's going to be in the docket too, which I might also bring some of my own personal favorites from home. So I share.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
It is.
Fun time had by all. Yeah.
Right on. Do you want to go over some of the thingies that you got going on?
Sure, yeah. So I'm going to cover some of the awesome programming that is geared towards adults, but some of them, anyone can come in and attend, really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But the first thing, we are kind of starting to, I don't want to say necessarily like beef up or enhance or anything, but we're going to be doing a lot of genealogy type programming in November, December.
That's cool.
But the one I really want to highlight, because it's a cool collaborative of like genealogy and kind of like a creative studio type program, is how to record family oral histories. So that is a thing now, because like we see sometimes on, at least this was on my TikTok, like they have those games of like questions you should ask your loved ones and things like that. So you can do that, record it, and now you have a video of that.
Cool.
That experience. So we will show you how to capture family stories through oral histories. You'll get a demonstration on how to use Audacity, which is like a recording
that's
software.
nice. Oh, it's like Audible.
Yeah,
like
it's like, it's more like GarageBand type thing. Yeah. And then, so you'll learn how to use that to record your interviews with family members. But yeah, we got some database overviews for a lot of our genealogy type databases going on as well. Lot of cool stuff for genealogy. Kind of in that same thread, but a little bit different. We have a Native American harvest cuisine program with Chef Jessica Walk's first I should have prepared this. Penamancoot?
Pamanakut?
Yeah, we'll
I
go
think.
with that. Mm-hmm.
If we are wrong, we apologize.
I apologize, but yeah, so she's a Native American chef who's going to go through, looks like all different types of cuisine from the harvest, and it's going to looks like it's a pretty good event. So yeah, it's gonna, she's doing a cooking demonstration, and then they'll share some food at the event as well.
These events always are great.
Yeah,
like
usually if we have a chef coming,
so good.
The building smells great.
It's so good. They talk about such amazing things. They'll share recipes, and they'll share recipes.
You can take it and enjoy it.
And it's always so yummy. So sign up for that. It is usually a very packed room, and I've been able to pop into a couple of those before, and it's so worth your time. It is so worth your time.
Yeah, I know. Me and one of my coworkers, we did a coffee one time because it was like a small business coffee, and it was a little later in the day, but the building smelled like the freshest coffee, and it was like I was like, it's 7 a.m. and it's amazing, but that was good, and this I expect to be the same type of event too. We also have some other, you kind of mentioned one-shots earlier.
I did.
We are starting a Dungeons & Dragons for adults.
Yeah, so if you're like, hey, I want to play literally anything other than Dungeons & Dragons, come to me.
Come to one-shots. But if you want to play Dungeons & Dragons, we got that for teens and adults.
Yeah, we're a little obsessed with D&D. We've got like 4 different things. 2 of them, 2 are teen, 1 is teen and young adult, and this one is brand new. It is adult.
Yeah.
So if you're like, but I don't want to play with kids, good news. You don't have to.
The best part is if you're like me and you're like, I've heard of Dungeons and Dragons, but I have no idea what to do, how to build a character, things no experience is necessary for this program. So we will walk you through step 1 to this entire, it's like a journey, right? You go through, so we will take you through this entire journey.
Isn't it fun listening to a non-D&D player?
Yeah, I was just like, it's a journey, right? You go on an adventure. I don't know. I don't play that.
Yes. Have a great time. Are you helping us with our tester session?
Probably not, because I would not be a good test subject.
You would be a wonderful test subject.
I don't know what's happening, and
we are doing a test. Staff are helping, and we are doing a test session. I'm excited.
We'll see how that goes. But so that'll be Dungeons and Dragons for adults.
Hello, come on in.
And we kind of have,
Well, when we get to that, I think Matt will kind of.
Yeah, I'll kind of fade away once we get to the children's programming.
It's Claire.
This is Claire. If you want to pull up a chair in the back,
yes,
too,
I'll
you
pull
can.
up
Yeah, pull up a chair.
Get comfy.
And this next program that we're going to talk about is kind of like a co-op between adult services and teen services, and it's artificial intelligence in the world of writing.
Yes.
So
that one's going to be really interesting.
Yeah. Artificial intelligence is definitely something that's taking over. I know I work with a lot of job seekers who are starting to ask more and more questions about it and how to use it for their job search process. So, and I do know some teachers, some of my friends are teachers, and they're seeing some papers written by artificial intelligence now, and they're trying to navigate those waters for grading and all those things. So
or resumes.
Or even resumes.
However,
cover letters.
However, AI is also a tool that is available. And I mean, admittedly, we have used AI in varying different ways. Depending on the situation. There's some times where AI is an appropriate use, and there's other times where it's inappropriate. So the artificial intelligence and the world of writing is going to be Saturday, November 9th. It's at 2 p.m. And we're going to have College of DuPage English professors come, and they're going to be talking about AI as well as like the different tools like ChatGPT, and how they work, how they populate with data, and how they generate all these tools, but also how you can use those tools appropriately, specifically with handling just really common writing tasks, because some of them, no, it is not appropriate to write an entire paper. However, it might be a good idea to can you give me an example of this, just so I have like an idea of an outline, so that I kind of vaguely know how to do this?
Yeah.
You know,
like give you a starting point to work
exactly.
off of. Yeah.
So like right around that theme as well, we also have writing month is November. All of November is writing month.
November is a very popular month for programming, just for themes in general, because I know I'm going to talk about one later too for the whole month of November.
You want gaming month? Okay.
Yeah.
You want writing month? Okay. You want, I know what you're going to talk about. Okay.
I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
The vague one. That we're not talking about.
The secret one.
So during writing month, if you come to the teen or adult desks, we're going to have writing starter kits. November is National Writing Month across the board, or National Novel Writing Month. However, writing a novel is a very large commitment that not all of us either are capable of spending time doing or really want to. So we're really focusing on just writing. A short story, a fan fiction, a song, a rap, whatever. We're celebrating any writing whatsoever. So come get your starting writer kits. We also have achievement buttons that I have designed. I love them. So you can get an achievement button for things like...
Well, I guess we have to figure out something to write.
And also include a love triangle. Or use a metaphor, which I think are evil. Anyway,
Do you like similes better than?
No, I think they're we're not even gonna get that.
That'll be for another Twitch stream.
Yes. What does Courtney think about?
They're the same thing. Anyway. A fan fiction. I have one for that. I have one for short stories. It has it's so cute. It's so funny. I love those buttons. So you can get your achievement buttons. We'll also have teen writer space in the teen department. Between like November 4th and 15th, we'll have different activities going on in our department where you can like do like a quick writing prompt challenge. You can do it just like there. Like make it up on the fly, real super easy. Get some little candies probably, or achievement buttons, you know. Just a bunch of writing things. Come and share your projects. It'd be really cool. And you know, we're always happy to help with feedback, or even just find out what on earth you're doing. Do that. All right, what else you got?
Yeah. So the next one we have, I think the biggest one is the WIC Mobile Clinic is going to be joining us again. And this is something that our amazing social worker, Yesenia, kind of orchestrates. So the WIC Mobile Clinic will be coming on Friday, December 13th from 11 to 4 p.m. in our parking lot, because we can't have a vehicle in our building. So they will be in our parking lot. But we'll have waiting areas in the building and all that cool stuff. But the WIC Mobile Clinic is a full-service WIC clinic on wheels. It serves a targeted population of low income, pregnant, breastfeeding, or postpartum women, infants, and children up to age 5. So the WIC Mobile Clinic offers full WIC appointments, and qualifying individuals can receive a WIC EBT card with food benefits in real time. So
Which is
pretty
amazing.
Cool event, for
It's
someone
beautiful.
who might need that. And then the next program that I want to kind of highlight is a creative services program. And it's because
if you are looking at our newsletter,
we are on page 8.
We are on page 8. So
follow along at home.
Follow along at home. Read along. So this is the whole page about all of the different happenings and offerings at our creative studio. So look at that. Carry on.
Yes. So we all know the holidays are coming up.
Oh yes.
And sometimes you don't want to just go and like buy the same old thing for your loved ones or something. You want to kind of try to make something for your loved ones. So we got a creative studio who can help with that. And we are hosting open labs. Our creative services coordinator, they're going to be in the creative studio during these certain times, and it's going to be on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, pretty much the entire month.
I think only Fridays.
Or Fridays. Sorry, read that wrong.
Not Thursdays.
Not Thursdays. Fridays.
Don't come on Thursday.
Don't come on Thursday, I guess. But it's pretty much the entire month of December at different times. So you can come in, use our equipment. We got a sewing machine and a 3D printer and a Cricut and a heat press and sublimation machine.
So many things.
So many different things that.
Because not all of us have a 3D printer.
Correct.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So the library bought it for you.
For example, I do not own a 3D printer at home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even own a Cricut at home, so I come and use the Cricut.
Yes. A little later today, I'm going to be doing some transfer printing in the creative studio.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, if you want to design your own T-shirts or bags.
Ooh,
It's pretty
cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Now, turn to page 9. This is my favorite page, if I do say so myself.
I wonder why.
Yeah. That's all the business and career programming. And like I said earlier, November has a lot of it's just a whole month events kind of thing. So I wanted to jump on that bandwagon. And I made one day, Small Business Saturday, which is usually the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I made it into a whole month. So starting on November 1st, you can visit one of our 12 participating businesses in Addison and look for a participant poster, hopefully in their front window, but it might be in their location depending on what their front window looks like. And you're going to try to look for a special symbol on that poster. And you can draw it on this activity card that you can pick up at the library or at one of our 12 participating locations. You can draw the symbols. The more symbols you collect, the more chances you get entered in for a prize at the end.
It's like
December.
A real-life scavenger.
It is a real-life scavenger hunt.
And if you're wondering which businesses they're on the back.
They are on the back. We listed all 12 participating businesses.
How convenient.
Yes. So that's our big month program for small business and entrepreneurs. But we got some other cool programs too. We're offering free professional headshots in the library in November.
So nice.
So on Wednesday, November 6th, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. So you got a 2-hour window to come in and get your headshot taken. We ask you to pre-register, but that's just for us to grab your email so I know who to send the headshot to once it's done. Because we do a little bit of editing for it too if you need it.
Yes.
And we'll change the lighting if the lighting doesn't work and things like that. We won't be a full-blown Photoshop and take away every wrinkle and crease. Sorry, we can't do that. But we will do our best. And this is maybe the 4th or 5th time that we've offered this program. And
you're always busy.
They turn out great. These photos do. So if you want it for your LinkedIn profile, or if you just want a new profile picture in general, or just for fun, I've had some people.
After you've written a book during novel
writing
month.
Yeah, if you're planning on writing your book and you need the author picture.
Need your author photo.
We got that for you.
That's a good call.
Full circle.
Yes, full circle there. Good connection there, Claire. And then we got some other cool programming for job seekers too. One is we're going to be having mock interviews. So meeting with a lot of job seekers, the biggest question I get is, can we do a mock interview? Of course we can. We can do that anytime here, but we're going to have a set time where I won't be conducting your mock interviews. The experts will be conducting your mock interviews. So we're partnering up with the People's Resource Center to their job coaches to host mock interviews here. So, and that is the perfect time to test out your interview skills before it actually becomes important and there's a job on the line and you're actually interviewing. So this way you can answer your questions, treat it like it is a regular interview, and then get feedback on it, and then you know not to make those mistakes when it becomes real.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then I will say the next program I want to highlight, because it's going to be in virtual but also live stream on Twitch. Highlight, and we'll cover more Twitch programming in a bit.
We'll do that at the end. Yes.
I'm going to be teaching resume basics. So
you can teach.
I can teach. I will be reading off a PowerPoint. No, I'm kidding.
That he wrote.
That I wrote, yes. But yeah, I will go through every section of the resume. We can talk about it. the reason why I'm doing it virtually is then you can have your resume pulled up at home and make those changes as I'm going through it.
Oh, that's nice.
So yes, you can make those adjustments as we're
smart.
teaching it.
That one's smart.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good thing to do anyway, even if you have a job where you're really stable in it. Kind of keeping up to date with the current resume
trends
is the word. It's changing so much.
So much.
Even from when I got hired here, my resume is obsolete. Like it's not going to work anymore because it's in a grid.
Nope, we need to change that.
I have to start from scratch.
Don't worry, I have templates that you can use. Your resume is a living document and it grows with you. So I always say too, even if you are in your steady job, you've been at your job for a few years and everything like that.
And I'm not leaving.
It's and you're not planning on leaving. It's always good to just update it because as you're in your job a little bit too, you kind of maybe do a little more things than what is listed in your job description. So you want to just make sure you highlight that, or you have a certain number that you want to put to something like, we have consistent Twitch programming and we do a certain number of Twitch programming per month. That is something that employers love to see on your resume. So,
and who knows?
I could talk about resumes all day, but we got more important programs to talk about too.
We do. All right, on to books. Away from those pesky resumes. All right, if you are a fan of our Book Box program, or if you don't know what that is, you can register, fill out all the kind of books that you like to read or that you would be interested in reading. We take that info, select a book for you. It is a surprise. We put it in a box. And then we put inside that little box other little trinkets that are based around a theme. And then you can pick up that box, read the book, keep the stuff inside it, return the book and the box to us. So, believe it or not, the thing that is coming up is registering for our February box, which sounds absolutely wild. But we have to register far in advance in order to allow us to select things and purchase things.
Enjoy the most.
So this is, I think, one of the first times we've said the word December. So registration for the February box starts December 1st. And it goes through January 4th. And then you'll be able to pick them up in February. And the theme is fabulous friendships. So we'll have
the gender-neutral Galentines.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I like that. So good times for that. If you want to read romance, well, you better select it. Otherwise, we're not picking it for you. If you're like, I really don't want to read romance, write in the little box. I
don't want romance.
0%.
If you're interested in frenemies.
That's fun.
See, that'll be fun for all of us to choose. This is great. Okay. Normally, I don't get selected to pick these books. I hope I do this time around.
Well, you just offer.
Just start putting that out there.
I'll just be like, hey, adult services.
We also,
I can pick books.
Yes. We also have several book discussions coming up. So November 12th, we have a book discussion of The Woman by Kristen Hanna. So this is a story about Frankie, who is a sheltered nursing student who joins the Army Nurse Corps during the Vietnam War. She is thrust into the chaos of war and has to face unimaginable challenges. And when she returns home, she then is confronted by a divided America and the struggles of a nation who is very eager to forget Vietnam. So pretty heavy-hitting, but also very well received book overall. So you can read that and get into the book discussion there. And if you want something that's a little more of a different tone in every way, really. In December 10th is our book discussion of Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. And this is by Benjamin Stevenson.
I have read this book.
Have you?
I just started reading it. I was going to say,
Yes. So the whole family is full of killers, sometimes accidental, maybe on purpose. I forget. I'm a little wishy-washy on that part.
Well, it does say some good, some bad, and some just unlucky.
True. And there is at least one murder on this family trip that that the family is on. So
yeah, so
I will keep reading.
They're doing
yes.
They're doing a family reunion at a ski resort, and apparently there's a murder. And now the whole story is going to come out. So you really liked it?
I liked it. Yes, it's mystery, but it's funny and kind of what's the word?
Like dark humor?
It's definitely dark humor. I was gonna say the main character writes mysteries. So it's kind of self-reflective,
That's
or
cool.
what is it? You know, a little bit of breaking the fourth wall
Yeah.
in a book form.
Cool.
And then there's a second one that takes place on a train full of mystery writers and mystery aficionados.
Huh.
Oh.
And the books, I believe they're set in Australia.
That's fun.
Cool.
So if you listen to the book, the narrator is
It's
Australian.
Australian.
Oh, I'm so
Checking out that e-audiobook today.
That's gonna be great.
Yes, it'll be good discussion.
Awesome.
Okay, teen programming. This is my little land. All right. We have, obviously, there's a big teen population here after school every day, and we entertain them in varying different ways. But, here's some stuff going on. So we have drawing with Mark Anderson. This is November 14th and December 5th. So Mark Anderson I love him. He's amazing. He's a professional illustrator and a artist, and he just brings drawing to life. He is so funny and engaging and very, very interactive. And this is genuinely, it is perfect if you are an expert at stick figures. Phenomenal. If you are a top level artist, well done you. However, for us stick figure aficionados, this is the best. It's so much fun, and honestly, you can go in feeling super anxious, and you come out feeling like $1 million.
Oh my gosh, I am an artist.
I can do a thing. It's so fun. So please come. It's good times. And we also have escape rooms coming up. Coincidentally, if you want to do one today, that's why there's papers on my wall.
You can see some of the things
That's
behind
right.
us.
Is it a Five Nights at Freddy thing?
It is, yes indeed. We have a Five Nights at Freddy's themed escape room today, and I will say it's tricky. I had to pause a few times, which if I have to pause a couple of times, it's gonna be a trial. However, November 11th we have another one, and the theme is Alien Invasion. And in December 9th, our theme is Snowed In.
Appropriate.
So,
Yeah.
So
Can you get out of the snowed in house?
Hopefully it won't.
Do you own a shovel? Is pretty much the question you need to
Shovel
answer. Yeah.
required. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun with these. They are varying levels of tricky, but we make sure that they're actually doable. And if you don't solve it, okay, no big deal. We're here to help. But it's fun. Let's do it. Also, we have this event called Taste the World. So this is, you can come and try out snacks from around the world and develop a recipe of your favorite global bites. We have a different country or a region every single month, and it's always a surprise. You get to find out what you're trying when you get there. So we've done, I have forgotten the first one, but the last one was South Korea. So that was pretty cool.
Did we do? Oh, this might be, see, I know I
Did
had,
we?
see, I
Did we?
can't, I don't want to talk about it because it might be in the next one. So, never mind.
That's right. Oh, I remember. The first one was India.
Ooh,
And
nice.
then India, then South Korea. And then the next one is insert answer here.
Insert answer that I was going to say, and
Mr.
glad I didn't say it.
That's right.
That
Which
sounds like it would be fun for other ages as well.
it would. So I think that you should pitch it for children. We definitely have had some interest with littlers wanting to come, but we want to make sure.
I want to fill.
Yeah. So
That
note
is
to
true.
self, taste the world for adults.
Forever.
Yeah.
For this one, we are specifically keeping it just middle school, high school, just teen.
Right.
So that is a teen-centered space.
So no dressing up in
yeah.
a trench coat.
No.
2 kids
That-
on each other's shoulders.
No, it's not going to work out. After all, you would have to fight. Yeah, they would have to fight over who gets to try the nibbles, and it's not going to work out.
Could you just see like a hand just popping out of the trench coat to like take a little bite of the snack?
That's right.
And also no coming on your knees.
No, that's awkward. All right, so those are November 19th and December 17th, and those are at 4 o'clock. And then we have retro movie nights. So if you like old movies, or if you don't, bring people, bring friends. It's really fun, actually. So come and watch some vintage movies. We're gonna have pizza and other snacks. We'll play games. We'll make fun of all the old.
Yes, so
like,
callbacks are allowed and encouraged.
absolutely. There's gonna be bad special effects and weird like costumes and strange plot twists, and we're gonna make fun of all of it as it goes. And like talk about like movie stuff. Basically, it's done. It's made for whoever shows up. So if you are somebody who's just like, I am thoroughly serious about this, that's where the conversation's gonna go. But honestly, it's probably gonna be really silly and fun. So come and do that one. We've got 2 of those. That's November 13th and December 11th at 6 o'clock. And then I will talk about the Twitch programming at the end.
So
Alright.
let's
Your
switch
turn.
seats, Claire.
Oh,
you can
switch
be
too.
in the forefront.
Watch out, I dropped some papers on the
That's
ground
okay.
there.
Hello. All right. How about officially introduce yourself?
Hi, so my name is Claire. I am new to the children's department.
But not new to the library.
So new to the library. Yes, I'm very excited to be on Twitch too. I'm also new to Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll be stealing you for more, I think.
Sounds good. Sounds great.
All right. So what's going on in children?
Oh, so many things.
So we did talk about that one, just so you
Talked
know.
about
We
Raina
did talk
already.
about
And
that
we
one.
talked
Good.
about that one.
But you may
Fantastic.
want to go into more detail on the
Oh, yeah.
DuPage Children's Museum.
That's
Because you know way more about that than you. Courtney.
Sure. So if you've ever been to the DuPage Children's Museum or any children's museum, they cycle out their exhibits and then also make those exhibits available to other locations. So they'll bring a pop-up, art stations, and then there's even some opportunities for learning about early childhood and other programs that are happening in the community because the Apple Partners for Play and Learning and Education will be there.
Ooh, that's nice.
Apple, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think it's going to be super fun. It's probably going to be busy, but like a fun,
busy.
chaotic.
It is an active day.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
as we talked about earlier, you go to that, and then you have lunch, and then you come back for International Game
Games
Day.
But I think, it's going to be super fun, and it's going to give you an opportunity to play with some toys that we don't always have in the library.
Yeah.
So we do have lots of little toys to play with, but we can't have everything that a children's museum has. So I think that'll be beautiful. We always have story times.
Keep going.
You're,
There was just a
You are
little
great.
in our background. There's something going on.
yeah, there's something happening over there, and we have a hidden conversation going on in our brains right now. Carry on.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, that was not a commentary
No,
on you in
yeah.
any way, shape, or form.
No, you're doing awesome.
So we've got story times, but if you are a parent of a child who's 2 and if you're a parent, let's just put it at that.
Good
If
call.
You're a parent of a young child, you can come to a program on Monday, December 9th. That's called Alphabet-a-Palooza.
Ooh.
The Lollapalooza of alphabets, if you will.
Get them started at Wordle now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they can be pros.
So the program is going to be for those caregivers and for children 2 and up. We'll have some early literacy learning activities that you can do at home. So if you're trying to get your kids started on loving reading and learning that language that's going to get them ready for school or getting them ready for further schooling, let's call it, I think that will be a fun program and an educational one. And this is not even in the newsletter, so let's call it.
Ooh, a Twitch exclusive.
Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for spilling the beans. But
Go for it. Go for it. We'll back you up.
Yes.
We'll back you up.
Okay. So, starting very soon on Saturdays, we're going to start having our children's Lego collection out. So we've always, thank you for your enthusiasm.
That's so cool.
So we always have Legos out, but now we're gonna have just like even more Legos. Lego explosion.
I have seen how much Lego they have.
So we're hoping that people will come in on Saturdays and they will build some amazing works of art with the Legos in the children's department.
That's gonna be so fun.
That's so cool.
I love it.
Yeah, I think that will be great, giving people a little something extra special to do on the weekends if they can't come in on a regular day. Very beginning of November, we have an author event on a Saturday as well with Samia Khan, who's reading from her book Salam World. And then we have our local resident reading Sister Friend by Jamila Tompkins Bigelow, and there's a craft activity, so I think that could be a really fun special program to come to. And we will have several programs that are bilingual, especially craft programs, and a bilingual story time too. Did you already talk about this?
We did, but not in any language.
Fair enough.
Other than English. So, do you
Fair
want
enough.
to switch over to?
Shall I switch?
that
Yes.
very
You
shortly?
can if you would like.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you've made it this far, now you get the treat of hearing about some of the programs that we have in Spanish. So
And in Spanish.
the programs are in Spanish, and I will be speaking in Spanish.
Yes. So go for it, and then we'll pop back and I'll talk about Twitch really fast. We've got about 8 minutes. Do you think?
Fantastic. We will
Yeah.
do it.
Because we're hungry.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
we have a meeting.
So
So
we have a 1:30. Yeah.
Super rápido. So, tenemos muchos programas que serán ambos bilingües y también en español, como ya hemos hablado sobre la clínica móvil de WIC. Eso será el 13 de diciembre y van a traer una clínica que es sobre ruedas, digamos. Y entonces puedes venir a la biblioteca y aplicar para esos servicios de WIC, para recibir una tarjeta EBT de WIC. Eso le ayudará si necesita ayuda con comprar como alimentos y cosas así. Entonces eso sería súper útil para nuestra comunidad. También para los adultos tenemos un programa de tecnología simplificada. Si le parece difícil usar las computadoras, esto es para usted. Es una serie de 2 partes. Vas a aprender sobre cómo usar el ratón, cómo usar el teclado, organizar las cosas que tienen en su computadora, cosas así. Entonces vas a salir de este programa mucho más calmado sobre cómo usar la computadora. Tenemos la caja de libros y esto también es disponible para los que hablan español, si prefieren recibir un libro en español. Tienes que aplicar para la caja de libros de febrero en diciembre. Entonces, vas a aplicar, decirnos qué tipo de libros les gusta leer y las trabajadoras de la biblioteca van a escoger los libros que parecen que serán buenos. Y también vas a recibir unos regalitos que van con el libro. Entonces, al final del mes, tienes que devolver el libro, pero puedes quedar con las otras cosas. Para los niños, tenemos algo especial en noviembre, el 25 de noviembre, que es el pop-up del DuPage Children's Museum. So, el museo va a traer sus exhibiciones, con juegos especiales, con arte, manualidades, muchas cosas así. Y también va a venir el grupo Apple, que trabaja en Addison con los niños más pequeños. Entonces ellos tendrán información sobre los servicios que tenemos para niños en nuestra comunidad. Y no se olviden de venir a nuestras horas de cuentos o las manualidades que tenemos para los niños, como el Día del Pavo, como un paquete de manualidades para invierno. Si no pueden venir porque hace demasiado frío, lleva un paquete y entonces estarías listo para hacer todas las manualidades en casa. Y lo que yo estaba pensando en antes era nuestro programa, el Jornada de Puertas Abiertas. Vamos a hablar sobre los cambios que van a pasar a la biblioteca. Entonces, este programa será uno que no tienes que registrar para. Puedes venir durante ese día de 2 hasta 4. Y el día, si no lo he dicho, es el 10 de noviembre, un domingo. Puedes aprender sobre lo que va a pasar con la biblioteca, los nuevos servicios que tendremos, los cambios, todas las cosas muy emocionantes que van a pasar el año que viene. Entonces, espero que vienen para eso. También porque tendremos unas manualidades especiales, actividades como una búsqueda de tesoro. Entonces, creo que será informativo y también divertido.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank
You
you
are
so much,
welcome.
Claire.
Was that fast enough?
That was
You
so
made
good.
it.
All right, Twitch programming. Things to look forward to
Do you want
this.
No, you can stay.
You're good. You are good. So Thursdays at 10:30, book buffet. So grab a snack, I'll grab books. And I'll have new books every single week, and it'll be based around a theme that I'll pick probably 5 minutes before and panic. We'll chat about stuff. We'll chat about good reads, share good stories, talk about our favorite things, and probably some of our not so favorite things when we're picking books. I'm feeling like this one will be a little more podcasty.
Ooh.
I don't know. We'll give it a
Okay.
try. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Might read some of the books. I don't know. I've not decided. We're figuring it out. If you were watching last week, we did our first Let's Play Something, and we played something spooky.
Yeah, and it was not. It was very spooky.
It was
Too
fun.
spooky?
I was not enjoying it.
You
But I
did
don't
very
like
well.
getting scared.
No,
so.
none of us did. So we're going to continue the series once a month. We're doing Let's Play Something, and November 15th, we're playing Let's Play Something Cooking.
Yummy.
And December 20th, we're playing Let's Play Something Cozy. What exactly yet? Not too sure. But we'll get there, and it's always a really fun time. Probably
Are
cooking.
these computer games or board games?
So that is
or-
part of the not too sure.
You'll
so-
just
All
have
of
to,
the above.
You'll just have to watch to find out.
That's
Yes.
right. And you will have, and we should drag you along one of these times too. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
And as said before, December 19th, we have our resume basics. That's going to be on Zoom and also on Twitch at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening at Twitch too. So thank you for joining us. As you see in the chat, we've got the link for our calendar of events, and you can also find a PDF of our newsletter on our website as well, including a bunch of information that we only really brush the surface on. There's tons more programs and activities, from story times to more genealogy stuff and more technology stuff and everything in between. Yes. All right, we are gonna go eat lunch.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining. Bye.